phone blowing up, they all want the pics, but VIPs know that Trackgabe's the fix. Other shows static, this one automatic. We're cashing in motion, call it racetrack magic.
Really enjoying the Jersey Shore.
I've done the Arizona heat, and then I'm a Florida guy, so I've done the Florida heat. And I always say that if I had to compare the two, if you're in Florida, you know you're getting ready to pass out. In Arizona, you just pass out, and you just...
Podcast. Now here's your host, Trackgabe.
How you doing? It's your boy Gabe, Trackgabe. It's been a while, hasn't it? Anyway, we're going to do a nice show today. It's just going to be me. It's me on the solo tip, and we're going to go over a few things. Got a big weekend ahead. We got Colonial Downs with their big stakes races. I got to tell you, Baffert looks like he's got both those races all packed up. Both horses are going to be odds on, I believe. Bottle of Rouge should be about 2-5 and should win easily. And Pratt's on both. And the other one, Butane, that got a good draw on the rail. I think the rail's going to be good unless he breaks bad. But Pratt's pretty good at breaking horses good. So as long as Butane, breaks good, there should be no problem. Both favorites look pretty good. Maybe we could do a pick 4, pick 5, singling both. Nonetheless, this is what we're going to do. We're going to talk about a few things, and then we're going to end the show. The big topic, obviously, is NHC this week. Everybody's going to be there. 800 contestants qualified, and Vegas is going to be jam-packed with a bunch of horse handicappers. We got to welcome anybody from the group who is in this. We're going to be rooting for you. If you're in the Live and Breathe group, good luck. I'm rooting for you. If you are somebody that's fairly wealthy already and the money wouldn't make a change in your life, I'm sorry, I'm not going to root for you, which is a lot of contestants are already rich. This is kind of a contest for where the rich play the rich and so forth. So, and then you have your husband and wife duos that are coming, both the husband and the wife, double qualify usually. I'm sure they won't be sharing picks. They just do everything on their own. I'm surprised that's even accepted. But, when these people, you got to remember, these people enter these contests. You see the same names every year in these contests. You're thinking, wow, these people are great. Well, these people put in $10,000, $20,000 in entry fees every year. And they don't want to lose them. If you notice, they're in every damn contest. So you could say, yeah, they're great. Yeah, but they own a business or have a job that gives them the financial freedom to be able to swipe the credit card over and over again after not qualifying. And so, you have that as well. So hopefully the person who wins this is going to be somebody who is a solo person who could use the money or will give the money to charity or give some of the money to charity, not all of it, of course. And somebody who actually earned it, earn the entry, I'm not saying the NHC is a horrible thing. A lot of people are going to interpret that, but I'm not saying that. NHC is cool because, for $50, you get to go on a bunch of contests for free. Even on Sunday, they're going to have a contest where 5 people get to go to the NHC next year. It's not a bad contest. It's not a bad investment, but you got to remember, there's for every 800 people that are in this contest, there's thousands more that spent hard-earned money, thousands upon thousands of dollars that didn't get in. And many of the people that did get in spent we heard the average is about 4,000, 5,000 a person to get into these contests. They had to really, hit those feeders hard for months after months. 18 a piece, 18 a pop. That adds up if you're, the feeder, and then some just pay the entry fee of 165. They keep paying it and they pay it twice. 165 times two. So then you have that as well. So you have a lot of people who are, they're just in this contest for the fun of it. The money, even if they win it, it's not going to make a big difference in their lives. And so there's that. So shout out to anybody that's in the Live and Breathe group. Maybe Mike Salhaletta. Seems like a really cool guy. I'm rooting for him. Lawrence Calden is another good man. I'm hoping that he has a good result as well. A friend of mine, Roofer Ray from the track at Santa Anita, his name is Ray Syens. Him and his son are very good handicappers, two of the best handicappers you could ever find. And Ray Syens finished 61st last year. So 800 people qualified. So you got to bet tracks that you don't even like. You got to bet races that you might not even like. They throw races at you that, so it's kind of a luck thing. But it's also a mental thing as well, because some people get nervous and make bad decisions. So the person who stays level-headed and doesn't get nervous and can, play without having too many ups and downs. They don't get too high when they're doing good, and they don't get too low when they're doing bad. Those are the kind of guys that are going to win a contest like this. It's mythical $2 winning place. So you got to win a lot. To beat 800 people, you're going to have a lot of luck and some skill and the mentality to withstand it. It's also mental draining as well. You're going to be, in Vegas, 3-4 days. Many of them are taking a big cross-country flight and, have that stuff to deal with as well. So, you got to deal with that aspect as well. You got to look at you got to be able to focus and handicap and come out with a plan. So once again, good luck to everybody in Live and Breathe. And I really hope, we have some good winners that deserve it and can use the money. I love people that, I root for the little guy. If you don't know, I'm the founder of Live and Breathe Horse Racing Group. And I have a Facebook group that's very popular. And what a lot of people don't understand is I have a lot of people that send me DMs, and a lot of them, it's not positive regarding the NHC. A lot of people spend thousands, they can't get in, or they do get in and they can't win, or getting to Vegas is a big deal for them. So even though they give you a $500 flight credit or whatever, you're just be spending a lot of your own money there, eating, drinking, and all that. I've had rooms comped myself for like a week. I've spent a week in Vegas, had rooms comped, had dinners paid for, and I still spent like $500 on incidentals. So, that's just how it goes. So anyway, later in the show, I'm going to give out a pick in the San Simeon at Santa Anita. That's 6.5 going down the turf. I got a good one for you. And then we got some other stuff going on in the show. This is just kind of an intro show to get back into it, get back into the game, and maybe we'll do this again sometime. But I just want you to know I like the card this weekend at Santa Anita. I got some really good winners. You could go to my website at www.trackgabe.com and see it for yourself. I'm very confident about this card this weekend at Santa Anita, both Saturday and Sunday. I've already looked at both cards. I've handicapped everything. Did my prelim. Of course, I got to see other things, but I've done my prelim and so forth. So, with that being said, I thank you for watching this show. If you watch this show, please like, subscribe, and share it to your friends. Horse racing stuff on YouTube, it's hard to get traction. That's why I haven't continued this show, because it's just, you work so hard. I'm doing it all myself. I do all the editing, the producing, the everything. Nobody's helping me. I do everything myself. I work hard, and it's just something that took a lot of time and effort. It was affecting my handicapping and just my personal life as well. So I put a little stop to it, 6-7 months. Maybe we'll get back to it. Maybe we won't. But nonetheless, be sure to stay tuned for my pick, and because you might want to bet it. It's a good one. I really like it. And other things to talk about. If you've been betting Santa Anita, you've seen that Hector Barrios has been riding really bad lately, and I hope it's not something serious going on in his life, but I've never seen a jockey go from really good to really bad like this. Usually it's something personal or mental. Every jockey goes through ups and downs, and he's a nice guy. I know him. I'm rooting for him. I want him to succeed. So we have that. Jaramillo has came here, and he has really ridden up a storm, and it made a difference. And when you got him and Doug O'Neill together on a horse, you cannot overlook it. There's 4 trainers that you cannot overlook right now. That's Doug O'Neill, George Papapadromo, Jeff Mullins, and Mark Platt. If you see any of those 4 trainers going, and you have a multi-ticket wager going, it's hard to keep one of these guys out. They improve horses, and their horses really run well. So we have that as well. Anything else going on? We got some good, this is kind of a quiet weekend, but it's a good weekend. We got some big stuff coming, in the next few weeks, big derbies and Dubais and all that. So, it's a little quiet before the storm. If you're asking me who my derby horse is, I have no idea. I usually don't even have a derby horse until I see some post positions, but nothing's really impressed me yet that I've seen, other than maybe the Baffert horse, Cherokee Nation. He got a 102 buyer in his maiden win the other day, or 2 weeks ago. So that horse was impressive, but he doesn't have a lot of bottom. He's going to kind of have to go the Justify way. He's going to go straight from that maiden win to the Santa Anita Derby. Not an easy task, but I'm not expecting a very deep and tough Santa Anita Derby field. And there's 4 preps I usually look at. It's the Derby. The Derby, of course. There's 4 preps, and one of them's kind of a B, and that's the Bluegrass. I like the Bluegrass. It's improved a little bit, but it's not a top tier prep for the Derby. I like, of course, the Santa Anita Derby, although I think this year might be a little weak. Then we have the Arkansas Derby in Oaklawn. You have to pay attention to that race. That race has come up big, $1 million purse. They do things right in Oaklawn. That race usually has a good couple of horses in there as well. And then you have the Florida Derby, of course, in Gulfstream. Big race, big purse. You get the best of those horses. Nobody usually is, hiding, and you get the best of the field. So those 3, the Florida, the Arkansas, and the Santa Anita Derbies, are the main ones I really like. And then I like the Bluegrass as well. The Wood Memorial, the Sunland Derby, the Turfway one, I forgot even what that's called. And I'm not into any of those preps. Nobody ever comes out of those, other than 2 Phils came out of it 2 years ago, and I liked him. Beautiful horse, really smart, sharp horse. But typically, I don't like a horse coming from the synthetic like that. And Wood Memorial, when's the last time we had a good horse based out of New York? And then what else is there? The Sunland Derby. I mean, that's for everybody's second, third tier kind of horses. So thank you for watching. I got a lot more ahead, and we're going to have some fun, maybe have some guests on future episodes, and let's make some money, all right? Thank you so much. Hey,
Right.
Gary. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Good to see Gabe again, the Wizard of Del Mar.
Can't wait
Can't
for
wait
Del
to
Mar.
see that.
Can't wait for.
Hey, are you ready? Are you ready? Gabe's best bet is coming up.
Yeah, I really like this horse. Third race Saturday, number 4 Grand Orientant. I really think it's going to get a really good trip right behind the 2 horse with Jaramillo. Should be laying second or third. I think that 2 horse with Jaramillo is going to quit, and this horse could inherit the lead. This horse has proven at this tricky down the hill distance at 6.5. This horse ran a big race last time, and I think a repeat of that race would win this at this distance, at this track. 6 work since raced, all evenly spaced. Has Ayuso, who in my opinion is a very underrated jockey. And I think this horse is ready to roll. I think this horse might get overlooked a little bit because there's some horses here who've been running against better. But you know what? I think this horse is ready to improve a little bit more. And I'm a big component of horses that are good at the distance and have proven themselves running 6.5 down the hill. So, Grand Orientant, race 3, Saturday. I am in love with this horse. Thank you.
This is Gary Goldberg, a horse player for over 60 years. Gabe is fantastic with pick 4s, especially late ones. These early races are pathetic at Santa Anita, but I can tell you, Gabe.
Last week, the 2 biggest tracks, Santa Anita and Tampa Bay, were running simultaneously at the same time, a minute apart. I was at the racetrack in the dungeon, where all the bettors are. Many of them were getting shut out without any time to bet. Both of them had big cards that day. Both Santa Anita and Tampa Bay had big cards, big stakes races, and they were running pretty much on top of each other or a minute apart, with hardly any time in between. This is a disgusting thing that happens in horse racing, and it costs horse racing millions of dollars a year. If somebody is trying to bet both races, and they're one of those people that like to see things and come up with things and bet late, then they shouldn't be shut out. A simple walkie-talkie can help this, could relieve this. Just say, hey, we'll wait 2 minutes, run your race, and we'll run ours. Just, all the other sports do it. They all wait for another one to end before they start the other one. Football, basketball, baseball. They all do it. I just can't stand when 2 big tracks have races on top of each other. Please stop it. VIB packages are ready to go. You get all my selections from Santa Anita and other tracks. You get my Game Plan Plus, my ABC grid, which is much better than just 3 picks in a race. I weigh them out in order of preference. I tell you my A horses, my B horses, my C horses, my long shots. I let you know everything. The Game Plan Plus is a really good betting guide. I give out a lot of winners on there, a lot of winning bets. I show you how to bet. And you get my VIP only spot plays during the week. Do you like long shots? I sure do.
Here's Trackgabe's Longshot.
Race 7 at Santa Anita. I like the number 6 horse, Lord Bullingdon. 15-1 on the morning line. This is the Longshot. Second race off an extended layoff. Has ran well in graded stakes before. Has the back class. I like the 46 workout on March 8th. And simply, this might be the class of the field. I think this field is not that strong for the level. Yeah, there's some horses that are in good form right now. And this horse is not won in its last few races. But this horse has races from last year that would win this and be very competitive. And I think Lord Bullingdon might be the class of the field. He's ran against some really nice horses and some really nice fields and some big races, graded stakes. I think he might enjoy the competition in this race. Should get a nice closing trip from Kimura, who's riding at 20%. The McCarthy barn is in stride. And McCarthy usually gives a horse a race after a layoff. So this is what they were pointing for. The last one was simply a prep. Give me this 15-1. We're going to bet win, place, and show. I think this horse could definitely be in the money, if not win, and make our pick 3s, pick 6s, and all that pay a lot more. That's my long shot.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to join Live and Breathe Horse Racing Group on Facebook. We have over 9,000 members. Join now.
Phone blowing up, they all want the pics, but VIPs know that Trackgabe's the fix. Other shows static, this one automatic. We're cashing in motion, call it racetrack magic.